Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Now, it's Monday morning. I just got back into my spot at the co-op. Got some interesting things going on at the co-op today. Or at least I think there is. It seems kind of strange that the Kenworth's unhooked from the tender trailer there, because I thought I was going to be driving the floater truck today, putting down some fertilizer on some wheat ground, but I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a beautiful day. I know that. I guess let's head in and see what Matt's got planned for the day. It's already running too. Hey Matt, good morning.
Morning, Cuss. Come in here and sit down. There's something I need to talk to you about.
Sure. What's going on? Hey, where's Lynn? I didn't see his truck outside.
Well, that's just what we need to talk about. You see, Lynn is no longer with us.
What? Lynn died?
Oh, no, heavens no. He just doesn't work here anymore.
Oh, geez. You scared me, man. What happened? Lynn's worked here forever.
I know. Lynn started here a good 10 years before I did. Lynn's been a top shelf employee for as long as I've known him. But the co-op board had an emergency meeting over the weekend, and they told me I had to let him go.
Wow, just like that? Gone after how many years? 22, 23, and you don't know why?
It would have been 25 years this November that Lynn would have worked here at the Laredo Co-op.
Gosh, that's crazy. You think it'd be okay if I called him later?
Yeah. I'd give him a couple of days, though. It's gonna be a big adjustment for him.
Okay.
In other news, I got a call this morning from Gus Prost before I was even out of bed.
You did? I mean, what did Gus want?
He asked for a favor. I guess the manager over there at the Galt Co-op needs to be bailed out. Seems both of their Peterbilts are broke down and they need a truck for something. The K-Whopper's ready to go. Hop in and head over there. I'll see you back in a little while.
Sure, man.
Oh, and Gus, I don't have to tell you that we're going to be short-handed here. You can expect to learn some new jobs and get some overtime.
Okay, that's fine. The hay work has slowed down, and I don't really have any odd jobs lined up anyway. Well, I gotta say, folks, Lynn getting fired is really very, very strange. I mean, Lynn has worked at the Laredo Co-op. I mean, you heard Matt say it had been 25 years this November. I mean, he's worked there as long as I've been alive, longer than I've been alive. I can remember going in there with mom or dad, to pick something up. I was a little bitty kid, and I would see Lynn there. It's just weird that they fired him all of a sudden, just like, and I would expect Matt to know why. He must have really done something wrong. It makes me wonder if I don't know, it's weird because, you'd think if Lynn was going to do something wrong, that serious for them to call an emergency meeting to get rid of him, you'd think he would have done it by now. I mean, who's going to work someplace for 25 years and then establish a relationship in the community and with all the farmers around. I mean, if he did something very bad, I mean, it's gonna get out sooner or later what he did. He won't be able to get a job anywhere around here. He's gonna have to move or something. I mean, if he did something so bad to get fired from the co-op over a weekend, nobody around here is gonna hire him. I don't know. I just feel like surely he didn't do anything. That's really weird. Really very weird. And then, when I asked if I could call him, Matt kind of chuckled. I don't understand that. Interesting place to park a sprayer. Whatever. These guys around here are a little bit odd. Oh, what am I going to get myself into this morning? Well, Gus is here. And that suspiciously looks like Lynn's truck. Right there. That is Lynn's truck. Okay, the plot thickens. Yep, that is definitely Lynn's truck. Now this is gonna be interesting.
It's about time you got here. We got work to do.
Lynn? What are you doing here? Matt told me this morning that you got fired.
Huh. Well, they did ask him to let me go, so I could come over here.
Wait, what? I'm confused. Sounds like you're getting the runaround, Cussler. Maybe I can explain what's going on. Mr. Prost, that would be great. I feel like I've been had. Agreed. It sounds like Matt did not give you the whole story nor the whole truth. It's true that the board asked him to let Lynn go. What Matt did not tell you is that the Laredo and the Gulf co-ops are merging. Matt will continue at the Laredo, and Lynn has been promoted to manager here at Gulf. Huh. Well, yeah, I'd say Matt left out a few details. What happened to the old manager? Mr. Wood, was it? Fired, along with the rest of his staff. Mr. Wood and his buddies that worked for him ran this place right into the ground. They cost his co-op hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages and lost revenue from poor service quality. As president of the Gulf Co-op Board, I tried to help turn things around here. It wasn't until an entire field of my own corn was killed that I realized how little anyone cared about the job they were doing. The merger has been in development for quite a while now, but over the past week, I realized that if it didn't happen very soon, there'd be nothing left here at Gulf. Wow. I knew this place was kind of a joke, but I didn't realize it was that bad. In hindsight, the fact that it was my cornfield that was sprayed incorrectly was probably the best thing that could have happened. If it had been anyone else's crop, that would have been the last straw for this place. Well, Mr. Prost, if there's anyone that can turn this place around, it's Lynn. Congratulations, Lynn.
Thanks, Cuss.
I believe you're right, Cussler. As a matter of fact, I'm counting on it. That's enough talk. Lynn, I've got more paperwork to go through. Get Cussler lined up.
You got it, Gus. All right, Gus. We need to get you hooked up to the sprayer trailer out there. Gus has managed to get Callan to lease us a used sprayer since the new hauling out there is trashed.
Trashed? It's just a couple years old. What happened to it?
Oh, that's the icing on the cake. Friday morning, one of the guys was servicing it. Well, he went off the brake, and the guy that does most of the spraying took off down the road with no oil in the engine. Apparently, the radio was so loud, he couldn't hear the low oil buzzer. The engine's fried.
Let's get to it. Well, I'm all hooked up. Gonna check this sprayer trailer out. I gotta say, this thing is actually kind of neat. I mean, it's just a regular old drop deck flatbed, but they've got this cradle on the back the sprayer can ride in. And one of the neat things about it is the cradle actually folds. So if you're not hauling a sprayer on it, it folds up nice and tight, and it's no wider than a normal trailer. Man, I hope that one of the first things that Lynn gets for this place is a pressure washer. I mean, look, this thing is filthy. I mean, I know it's a sprayer trailer. It goes up and around the dirt roads. It gets, stuff kind of spilled on it. But seriously, this is horrible. I mean, look at their co-op truck. I mean, I don't think this thing's had a bath in probably since it was new. This place is kind of incredible. And I mean, both their trucks, which are not old trucks, they're both over there in the shop. I mean, the one we see right there has got all the tires on the back torn off of it. I don't know. It's just crazy. I mean, and this place is, when they built it, it's not even very old. I mean, they just built it probably, I don't know, it's probably not quite, it's probably not even 10 years old, any of this stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it's sad that it's sad that it's like this. Alright, let's go. I guess we're going down to Callan to pick up a sprayer. This ought to be interesting. There we go. Oh, she's long. It's kind of unbelievable about that thing. I don't know. I guess I was talking to Lynn as we were hooking the sprayer trailer up. I guess it's basically just going to get turned in for insurance, because I guess the insurance company came out and took a look at it, and it's in such bad shape otherwise that it's not even worth fixing as far as the insurance company is concerned. I guess the engine was going to be so much money that they just said, no, we're scrapping it, and you guys are going to start over. And oh, by the way, your insurance rates are going way up. Lynn has definitely got his hands full when it comes to this place, I think. But if anybody could do it, Lynn can do it. He's a really smart guy, and he's been in the co-op business for so long that he knows what he's doing, and probably going to be the best thing that ever happened to the Gold Co-op, and Gus for that matter. All right, let's go. Alright, made it to Callan. Hey, and that's a sprayer. Well, I gotta say, this trailer's gonna take a little getting used to, especially when it's wide and there's a sprayer on it. I thought I had gotten pretty good at truck driving over the past few weeks, but that thing is a monster. Huh. Well, guess we'll get this thing loaded up and see what happens. I gotta say, on the way back, I'm gonna really have to watch the trees down there by the co-op, because I never really thought about it before when I was hauling something that wasn't very tall and wasn't very wide, but they certainly do overhang the road quite a bit. Alright, let's go see about getting this thing loaded. Alright, we got the ramps down. We got the cradle down, I guess. Got the ramps down. This thing's actually pretty cool. It's actually got a little, kind of hard to see with all the dirt, but right back here, it's actually got a little hydraulic pump that's in there between the axles. It's a little electric hydraulic pump, you know, kind of like on a bale spear. And so that's what actually, that's what unfolds and folds the thing. So it's really pretty slick trailer. You know, for not being an actual dedicated sprayer trailer, man, it works pretty good. Alright. Let's go in here and see what they got to say. Alright, so we're back. The sprayer's running. I got a preliminary rundown on how to drive this thing from Jaime. I didn't record any of that because it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cramped in here and it just wasn't made for real great video. I'll probably get some video maybe later of it. But yeah, so seems pretty straightforward. It's just a hydrostat drive. One interesting thing about this thing is that it does have four-wheel steering, so all four wheels steer at the same time. So that'll be a little bit different. But yeah, so here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing on the trailer without crashing anything. Surely I can't do any worse than the guys that just got fired from the Gulf. I will say this thing is pretty well used. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, John Deere actually owns Heggie sprayers now, and this sprayer was built, and they have for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I think at least. Well, this sprayer was actually built back before John Deere owned them. So this thing is pretty old, and you can kind of tell by the 4,826 hours that's on this thing. I gotta say that kudos for Gus for, you know, actually managing to get a sprayer leased so we can even get any spraying done. But this thing is pretty old, and I mean it from the outward appearance it looks like it's in pretty good shape, but man, that is a ton of hours for a sprayer. A ton of hours. Alright, I think it's about probably where it needs to be. We'll get this thing chained down and we'll get out of here. Alright, I think I finally got this thing chained down the way it's supposed to be chained down. I gotta say, it looks, I mean, let me back up here so we can get a full view. I mean, that thing looks pretty cool on there. I'm hoping that maybe one of the new jobs I get to learn how to do is drive this sprayer. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know that I'd want to drive it in, you know, tall corn or something like that, but I mean, if it's the only sprayer that the co-op has, it's going to have to spray. It's going to have to spray wheat. It's going to have to spray, you know, some of the smaller crops too. So that's pretty cool, I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I may be so busy at Laredo that I don't get to do any of that. But if they sent me to get it, you know, if they sent me to pick it up, well, I don't know. Maybe I got a shot. at learning how to drive this thing. So the thing about these sprayers, and the reason why, like they're so tall, and if you'll notice the bottom of the sprayer, like the underside of the chassis is so smooth, and like if you'll notice these light gray covers on the wheel motors, it's because you can use these sprayers, and the New Holland that the co-op had is the same way. You can use these sprayers to fungicide very mature corn. So in other words, the corn is very tall. Well, you can use these sprayers to spray very late season fungicide on them, and you don't damage the corn as much because it's so tall, and because there are no there really are the surfaces that the corn can get caught on under the sprayer are minimized. Alright, so that's it. Let's hit the road and try not to tear anything up. We'll give it a shot. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this thing is kind of a monster back there. This is going to be pretty interesting. Gotta say, I'm a little bit nervous about it. I really think too much of it until I actually got the sprayer loaded up, and it is so wide with this trailer. It's almost like driving a piece of farm equipment down the road. Well, here comes a cement mixer. Alright, we're going. Glad the shoulder over here is pretty firm. I'm going to use it all. Comes a Prius. Alright, forgive me everybody that's driving behind me, because I'm going to be driving a little bit slower than you'd probably all like. This thing is big, big, big. I'm going to try not to smoke any signs. Try not to smoke any cars. Well, I gotta say, I feel a lot better than I did a couple hours ago when Matt told me that Lynn was fired from the co-op. I couldn't believe that after all these years and how good a job that Lynn had done. Because if you don't remember, Lynn was assistant manager at the Laredo co-op and had been for a while. So, I mean, it was like, you could hardly tell the difference between when Matt was around and when he wasn't around, because Lynn, he just knew what to do, and he just did it. So, I think Gus made a good choice when he asked Lynn to come over. And it's interesting now that the two co-ops are going to be merged. I mean, I'm sure it'll take a while for them to actually, it's going to take some effort before they actually merge the services together, because I don't know if you guys, if you're new to the channel, you know that, or I'll explain that the Laredo co-op, we didn't have a sprayer, so we didn't do any spraying. It was kind of I guess, a gentleman's agreement that, we put down all the dry fertilizer, we had the anhydrous over there, and Galt did the spraying. So we didn't do any liquid application. We just handled all the dry fertilizer and all the anhydrous, and Galt took care of the liquid stuff. Well, now we're going to have, since they're going to be merged together, obviously we're going to be doing some spraying, as well as, still doing all the dry stuff and all the anhydrous. So that's going to be pretty cool. And I think with the combination of Gus Pross being, I'm sure he'll be on the board. He'll still be on the board. I don't know what his position will be, but with Gus Pross being on the board, and with Matt still running Laredo, and Lynn now running the Galt Co-op, it's going to be pretty amazing. I think what's going to happen, because I guess I'm probably biased, but I would say that the Laredo Co-op's the best co-op around, just because of the management and how well it's run and everything. But now it's going to be, the co-ops together are just going to be, a juggernaut. So I don't know if you guys remember the last episode. The episode was Saturday. I took the, I went to the bank and I talked to Rodney, and I got a loan. Now, you don't know what the piece of equipment that I'm purchasing is yet. I think that, I don't know. I don't have it yet. I'm in the process of going through the purchase of it. Man, this is the place where I really got to be careful about these trees. I don't know, the county's going to have to do something here, because these trees are really, they're really low. Hope I'm not knocking all the tips off the boom. I think that's about the worst of it. All right, so yeah, I'm going through the purchase of the newest piece of equipment right now. And I basically just borrowed the same amount of money that I would need for the piece of equipment. I didn't have to pay anything down, because my dad co-signed for the loan with me, since I don't really have any credit. So I didn't have to pay anything down. So I'm not out any actual cash. So that's cool, and it's really not that expensive of a piece of equipment, so my monthly payments are not going to be, out of control expensive. So that'll be nice too, because I'm going to be paying on this thing even when I'm not making any money. I'm still going to be paying on it when I'm still when I'm at school and not really making a lot. So that'll be nice. I don't know. Dad is he's also in the process of purchasing a piece of equipment, which might be in my next video, maybe. I haven't quite decided yet. So you'll need to stay tuned for that. It'll be something kind of interesting, I think. And I think it'll be something that I'll be able to add to. Dad's already told me that I can use it if I want. And I think it'll be something that I can add to my list of services. So that's another possibility of generating some revenue while the hay is growing. Although it sounds like I'm going to be pretty busy at the co-op, since Lynn's not going to be there anymore. I don't know what Matt's going to do when I go back to school, and it's actually not too far off. That school will be starting again. Probably in another, I don't know, I guess it's not even quite a month now. I'm not really looking forward to going back to school, but it is what it is. Let's see here. I don't know. I guess I'll just pull through here. So, anyways, things are coming up. Should be interesting. At least I hope. I hope they're interesting. I think they're going to be interesting. I've got the work that I'm going to be doing for Rodney. I talked to him a little bit yesterday afternoon about his piece of property, and I think that the piece of equipment that Dad is purchasing is going to be just perfect and fall right in line with some of the work I'm going to be doing for Rodney. So that's fun too. Got a lot of things coming, but for now, let's see about getting this sprayer unloaded. Alright, so I repositioned the truck a little bit so that we could get this thing off and unfold it over here in the yard. Let's see if I can now get it off the trailer without tearing it up. It's actually pretty easy to drive. Not that I think it would be hard to drive, but it's not as bad as I thought. Although visibility is pretty poor. Alright guys, well, I think I'm going to end the video here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the drone up and get kind of an overshot of this thing unfolding, and that's going to be the end of our video. If you enjoy the video, please subscribe, tell your friends, hit that thumbs up, and if you want to know when a new video is going to get released, I'm going to start releasing new videos every other Friday. So if you want to know when they're going to be released or when one gets released, hit the little bell notification so that you get a notification when there's a new video. Alright guys, thanks for your time, have a great day, and check out this sprayer.